Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Let's see if I can see your comments today. I've upgraded my app, so hopefully that will solve the problem. If not, leave your comments and I'll reply after the live is done. So what is everyone up to today? Did you get to see a little bit of the thunderstorm this morning? I really enjoy thunderstorms, so my dogs were even out in this one, so which was really odd. Usually they hide or they bark and they get really antsy and anxious, but today they weren't like that. Um, Today's cards are about self-love, about healing, and about believing. So believing in the universal energy. So let's see what messages we have for you today. I'm going to start with the healing piece. So Archangel Raphael is an archangel that helps us with healing, and we can call upon him or ask him to help us. Today's message is about healing away addictions. So addictions aren't necessarily alcohol, drug related. There's so much more to addictions. It's all about our behaviors. So I'll read the message for you on this card because I really do like it. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So, procrastination is a big one for me. It's a behavior. I'll take 2 steps forward and then I'll procrastinate, take a couple steps back. Trying to change those behaviors in ourselves. Or sometimes trying to think of things that I do that behavior-wise actually stop me in my tracks rather than help me move forward. And a lot of times I figure out it's where that fear comes in, that getting uncomfortable. So sometimes I push myself forward, and sometimes I just listen to myself and maybe just take a day to rest, take a day to sit with it, and then tomorrow's a new day. The 2 cards that came up with this one from the numerology deck today, it's card number 2. It's the card of patience. So we need to have patience with ourselves and be gentle with ourselves, doing our best that we can do each day. The other card that came up was from the Goddess deck, and it's card number 26. It's the card of compassion. So having compassion for ourselves. And this also has to do, I talked a little bit yesterday about having compassion for others as well, and we own our reaction to everything in life. So sometimes people, you'll see them acting in fear, acting in anger. We need to show them compassion. We need to show them love. And that's where the Crazy Sexy Love Notes card today came up, is about choosing love. When we respond with compassion, with love for others, we're actually sending them energy so that they can, if they choose, work on themselves. We don't want to feed or fuel whatever it is they're struggling with. We want to be compassionate and we want to help them. And that's the best way that we can. I'll read the message on the Choose Love card this morning. If you're struggling with an obstacle or conflict, choose a path of love. Suffering, doubt, and frustration all transform in the presence of love. So show your love courageously, show your love openly. Show your love with no strings attached. It's safe to give and receive love. In fact, if you have a hard time with self-love, start outside of yourself and work your way in. Showing love to others can be a gateway for loving yourself. So one way of being able to show that love too, one of the butterfly cards that came out today was about volunteering. So doing things, and it doesn't mean you have to sign up with an organization and become a volunteer. It's about choosing to do something kind for someone, choosing to help them, to help lift them, by supporting them, by empowering them. So that's a way we can be of service to others, and it also helps us as well. It's about raising our energy vibration. The next cards that came up are from my Love Yourself deck, and there's 2 of them this morning. So this card says, my day begins and ends with self-love and appreciation. I wake up in the morning loving myself, praising myself, and telling myself I love being me. And that's a great statement for us to make to ourselves. We need to accept ourselves fully and realize that we are worthy of all the love that we give to others. And when we can start giving it to ourselves, our perception and our life starts to shift and change. This card came up as well. It says, my business is prosperous. The message on this card I really like. It says, I rejoice in other people's successes because I know there's plenty for everyone. And the message with this card is about being able to support and empower each other, celebrate each other's wins, successes in life, and know that there's room for us to have our success and our wins as well. And as we do those things, we're actually raising the energy vibration of the universe, and it's so important for us to do that. This was something I struggled with on my path. The other numerology card is number 19 this morning, and it's the card of pride. I have always been somebody who's very humble and always thought it was very arrogant or bragging to talk about our wins, talk about our successes, talk about the things that bring us joy. It's more like boasting, but really it's taking pride in the things that we're doing. And maybe that inspiration, that message will help others as well. And it's something I still, it makes me very uncomfortable. So I'm always quiet and don't often speak about what I do and what I give to others. It's just something I do. The next card, this is about, we're raising our energy vibration, and now we work on to the universal energy and the abundance that's out there. So whatever abundance I seek is mine. It's the law. So it's the law of the universe. Whatever I desire and then allow, I must experience. There is no exception to that. So one of the things I like to do is if I'm working on manifesting something into my life, I don't always sit in meditation, but if you can sit quietly and just focus on your breathing for a minute or two, what I like to do is breathe in and feel in my heart chakra area that I already have it. So that feeling of joy, that feeling of excitement, that happiness. And then that's what I'm putting out to the universe in order to manifest the things in my life. As I hold myself in vibrational alignment with my own desire, I will experience in all ways the fulfillment of that desire. One of the things I notice when people are trying to manifest things into their life, they're setting their intentions, but the way that they're shifting their energy and they're putting out their vibration is they're always keeping that abundance just out of their reach. They're talking about wanting or needing, not having. So it's like you already have to feel it and experience it and get into vibrational harmony with it in order for it to flow to you. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. That's where I'm able to help a lot of my clients. So really understanding that you need to feel it. I love believing in the magic of the universe and miracles, and waking up every day knowing that I'm open to receiving blessings and miracles in my life, and you never know what's there for you, what's coming to you. So it's that excitement. So this card today is the other one from my Crazy Sexy Love Notes deck. It says something bigger is on the way. Allow your vision to expand and be open to the form it takes. You may discover that you were dreaming too small, or what seemed like an obstacle is actually pointing you in a better direction. The universe always has your back. And this is so important for us to remember that we need to just follow that flow of universal energy. And sometimes it will send things to us that make us struggle, that make us uncomfortable. But it's doing that to align us with our path and what it is that we desire. So we have to go with that flow sometimes and trust. And that can be hard depending on what it is that we're experiencing. But that trust is so important. And that's where self-care comes in. Having that self-care routine and really working on releasing the things that no longer serve us, raising our energy vibration, we'll be able to recognize and learn to trust just by being aware and following the signs that we receive every day. The next card that came up, this came out of my butterfly deck, and I was going to throw it aside, but hey, I'm going to bring it out here. So the card is religion and spirituality. What is the difference between religion and spirituality to you? From my experiences, and I was raised going to church every week, I noticed that that when I went to church, there was a lot of fear-based things being taught, but I also noticed a lot of judgment, which is something that doesn't sit right with me and who I am. When I started to really look at spirituality and how to bring that into my life, it was where I learned that it's not our place to judge others. We don't know what their experiences are. We don't know what they're struggling with. It's our job to love them and help them. Spirituality to me is really focused on love, so self-love and loving others, where religion does have that love, but to me it's almost like there's strings attached to it. I mean, I do believe in God, a higher power, a higher being, and I try and devote my life to my spiritual path. And I do that without fear. I do that without judgment. So that's where the difference is to me. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. The last card, I had 3 cards come out of my Crazy Sexy Love Notes deck this morning. And this one is about making waves. And I thought this would be a good one to end the live on this morning. It's your turn to make a splash and rock a few creaky boats. You may fail, you may look foolish, or you may make people think in a new way. Every great trailblazer and change maker made waves. You're no different. And this is about getting uncomfortable. For me, it's really getting uncomfortable. About making waves, about being true to who we are and speaking from our heart and from our experiences and being able to open up and share. And sometimes when we do those things, we trigger things in others that we don't have any control over how people are going to respond. So, but we own our response to it. So I've learned a lot of times that sometimes I just have to ignore the comments that come up on things that I post because I trigger people. And I don't trigger to be mean, to be cruel, to be hateful. I post things and it might trigger someone and maybe it will awaken them. Maybe it will help them realize that, you know, whatever it is they're struggling with, there's something they can do to work through that. That they don't need to hold on to the things that they're struggling with anymore. There's more to life than what they're stuck in. So to me, making waves is something that is uncomfortable, but I still do it because I do it out of a place of love to want to help others and to also be true to who I am. And it's really important for us to do that. So I am going to leave that with you for today. Still not seeing any comments, so I might actually delete Facebook, the app, off my phone and put it back on. My laptop is not great for lives, but maybe I'll try that too because I love seeing your comments when I'm live. But have an amazing day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.